Team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. I wanted to talk on a new a question I constantly get, not only on the website, but I get asked in over the years. I've been asked this question quite a bit, and that is how to become a better long distance runner. I wish there was an easier way to achieve this, but unfortunately it does take time. It takes a lot of focus on your part to be the best long distance runner that you can possibly be. I've always believed that if you're going to do anything, you had better do it right. And if you make mistakes along the way, that's okay, as long as you continue and you don't quit. To be a better long distance runner, more than anything, you have to be tenacious about what you want to do. You can't just be interested when it comes to wanting to run, especially if you're wanting to run fast over the long distances. It takes commitment, it takes devotion, and being willing to get out the door, whether the conditions are right or wrong, whether you have people to train with or you're training by yourself. I've been in those situations over the years, and I knew that in order for me to be a better long distance runner, it was going to come down to my daily work habits. It was going to be my willingness to get out on the track, on the roads, to put in the work, whether anybody out there was with me or not. And I knew that nobody was going to hold my hand. And the same goes for you. It's the great results in track and field or road racing or cross country do not happen overnight. If you look at anybody that does their chosen events at an exceptional level, they are all in. These are, and you can emulate what athletes that you look up to, whether they're in your local area or you look up to other athletes that are running times that you dream about. You need to study those athletes, study what they think, how they think, study how they train. That's why I make these. One of the biggest reasons why I make videos is so you can hear it. Even if you've heard me say a specific training strategy or mindset in past videos, it's very important that you continue to listen and continue to reiterate and focus on what it is athletes that are training at either the middle distance events or the long distance events, what is it that makes them run as fast as they do? How to become a better long distance runner is about focusing on all the fundamentals, not just the track workouts that you absolutely have to do in order to run fast. Especially if you have a specific goal time that you're trying to run, you have to get out on the track and do those track sessions. You have to do the long runs. You have to be consistent in your daily actions and putting in consistent mileage, consistent kilometers. Regardless of where you're at in the world, you have to be persistent to be great at your chosen event. The best advice I can give you, and the advice that I've been told over the years too, is to always focus on quality training over quantity. It really does you no good, especially if you're trying to run fast over a specific event. If you're running too many slow miles or too many slow kilometers each week, and you continue to not get the results that you're looking for, find out where that leak is in your training. More than likely, you're running too many miles or too many kilometers too slow, and you simply have not trained at a fast enough pace for a long enough period of time to be able to handle the paces that you're pushing yourself to in your races. I mean, you're able to hold race pace for a certain amount of time during your race. But for a lot of reasons, it could be a lot of reasons, mental, psychological. It could be just the fact that you simply are running far too anaerobic, far too fast, too early in your races, and your pacing needs to be adjusted. It could also be, just weather conditions. Maybe it's far too windy on that day when you ran that race or that effort that just didn't go your way. It could have been too hot, too humid. There's so many reasons that go into why we don't run as fast as we want to run. But to be a better distance runner and how to become a better long distance runner is about learning from the mistakes that you've made and doing the very best that you can to not continue to make those mistakes. Don't beat yourself up when you have a bad race or a bad workout. This is one of the most important things I got to tell you all. don't beat yourself up. Don't, doubt yourself when you have a few bad races or bad bad workouts. That's part of the process of becoming a top athlete. And I've experienced that over the years. I had bad races. I even had a few DNFs, did not finish. I hate those things, but I experienced those bad races too. And over the years, all I knew was I found a love for what I did as a middle to long distance runner. I wanted to get to the pinnacle of running success and to achieve what I wanted to do, which ultimately was to make the Olympic team. I didn't quite make that, but I did achieve an Olympic trials, USA Track and Field Olympic Trials A standard time, running a 2:19:35 marathon. We all have our own goals. Mine was to break 2 hours and 22 minutes and to possibly make the Olympic team. But I was always pushing for that particular goal. I knew what it entailed. And so with you, to be the best long distance runner you can be, definitely make big goals, make aggressive goals, but also know that it's going to take time. It might take several years for you to get to the point where you're running at your goal race pace and achieve your goal race time. Maybe you're trying to break 2 hours for the half marathon and you've been trying for several years. Don't let up. You just don't know when it could be just you're one race away, or you're just a few races away from achieving that goal. And if you quit now, then you're always going to look back and have that regret. What I don't want for any of you is to live with regret. Okay, if you're going to be in the sport and you're truly all in and you're wanting to be the best middle to long distance runner you possibly can be, then be all in. Know that the elite athletes that are out there, and I know maybe your goal is not to be an elite athlete, but maybe it's to be the best possible athlete you can be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. Study what the best athletes are doing, and do the very best you can to study what they do to make them so successful. That's some of the things some of the tactics I focused on over the years was studying not only successful athletes, but successful businessmen, successful businesswomen, people that are successful in whatever they do. I've always realized and studied the reasons why they continue to get great results. And one of the best traits and characteristics I've seen in all these people is they are tenacious. They do not let up. So my tips to you to become the best middle to long distance runner, to be the best long distance runner that you can be, is don't give up on yourself. Stay committed to what you're wanting to do. Write down your goals, so you can see them. I mean, make sticky notes and put them up in your office. Write down your goals, put them in your purse, put them, in your car so that you can, have easy access to them. There's something powerful about writing down your goals too, rather than just, thinking, okay, I want to run a 10K under 40 minutes. I don't know what it is, but it is, you're writing down, you're actually doing more subconsciously by writing down your goals rather than just thinking about them. I also know to be the best long distance runner you possibly can be, you have to continually visualize on a daily basis, seeing what you want to do. Okay, maybe you're a 4-hour marathoner right now and you want to become a 3-hour marathoner. You need to mentally rehearse that on a continual basis, because you're training your subconscious mind to guide you to where you want to go. And to go from a 4-hour marathoner to a 2:59:59 marathoner takes an enormous jump in ability. So yes, you do have to do the physical training, but you also have to train the mind. So to be a great long distance runner or middle distance runner, you have to train mentally as well. And all of the world-class middle to long distance runners I've trained with over the years, they do this. They know how important mental training is. They're very tough mentally. Some of the top athletes from Kenya and Ethiopia and other parts of Europe that I've trained with over the years, they don't beat themselves up. If they have a bad race, they're over like that. They're over it quick. And so my advice to you is, as you lead into your upcoming races, expect the fact that you're going to have some bad tempo runs. You're going to have some bad track workouts. You're going to have some days where you do not want to go out and do another run, where you're just maybe you're in school, maybe you have children, and you're trying to balance a lot of things in your schedule. you're going to have some challenges along the way. And I speak from experience too. I've dealt with this as well. Having been in the military, trying to juggle a full-time job, being a graduate student, and trying to run very fast over middle to long distance races, none of it was easy. I remember having field exercises where we go out to the field for a week in the military, and at the end of the day, the military doesn't care if I'm training for a specific race. That's a personal goal that I'm going for. So they didn't care that I was getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do a 18-mile long run during my training phase leading up to a specific marathon event. I remember, about 5 weeks out from the 2011 Monumental Indianapolis Marathon, doing an 18-miler starting at 2 a.m. in the morning because I had a 5 a.m. tent duty that I had to be at. So I knew I had to fit that run in. And I knew that unless I got up, and I remember tiptoeing through that tent, everybody else was sleeping. I knew I had to get that 18-miler in. I had to put in that work in order to prepare for that race. I ended up finishing 5th at the 2011 Monumental Indianapolis Marathon with my second fastest marathon in 2:26:42. The work I put in prior to going into that race was, I credit that. I think that 2:26 I ran in 2011 when I was at Fort Campbell was even more impressive to me than running 2:19:35 at the 2007 California International Marathon. I finished 4th in the Top American because there was so much more on my plate. And so I want to motivate you all to stay committed. It's not going to be easy. You're trying to be the best long distance runner you want to be. Part of that comes into, to be the best long distance runner or middle distance runner, you have to be motivated. You have to be willing to put in the work, and know that sometimes your schedule isn't gonna always be accommodating. You're gonna have things on your plate. You're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to, you're not gonna want to go out and do that second workout. You're not gonna want to go out and do that long run on the weekend because you have other things on your plate. But you have to commit, and you have to be willing to do that and put it in regardless. Your end goal should be at the forefront of your mind. What is it that you want to do, and how badly do you want success? We have 3 choices in this life: be average, be good, or be great. And all 3 require a certain amount of work ethic. If you want to be truly great and you want to be the best middle to long distance runner you possibly can be, let me tell you something. There is a Bible saying. It says, to him or her who has been given much, much will be required. So I want to leave you with that thought. So if you really want to be the best long distance runner you can be, or the best middle to long distance runner, and reach your potential, you are going to have to do far more than average. Average results do not require that much work. Just about we're surrounded by average. We're surrounded by normality. If you want to be great, if you want to reach the pinnacle at what you want to do, if you truly want to run a specific time that you have in mind, some crazy goal in mind that you have to train at near or far below that goal race pace, and you have to be committed, and you have to be willing to know that it may take a decade to reach that goal. It may take several months, it may take several years. But if you quit early, if you quit too early, and you quit when you have a few bad races or bad workouts, or you have people around you that tell you you're not good enough, or you don't have the capability to do it, if you quit, or if you let those people get the best of you, you're never going to reach your potential. And that's what I don't want for you. You come here as many times as you need. Listen to these videos as many times as you need to hear them. Reach out to me, leave me comments anytime. I know what it feels like to doubt, and I've had those over the years, and I had to get over those setbacks as well. But one trait about me is that I never gave up, and I knew that for me to achieve what I wanted to do was going to take some incredible amounts of hard work in order to do it. So the same goes with you. Don't quit. Don't let up. You have a support system here, and that's around you. You have family and friends that care about you no matter how fast you run, no matter what you do, no matter if you have a bad workout or bad race. You have people around you. Surround yourself with positive people, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your teammates. That will get you through it. But don't quit, don't let up, and I promise you, you will reach your potential. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any other questions, concerns, another topic you want me to cover in my next video, let me know. And I wish you all the best. And again, leave me a comment below if there's anything I can help you out with. I've been there, I understand it. It's no joke to be able to handle and juggle a lot of different things, and to be able to manage that work output that you absolutely need to do in order to reach your potential. So I wish you all the best. I'll talk to you all in the next video.